This is Kardec Radio for Teens. Important life-changing events as seen through the Spiritist perspective. Now it's time for real-life dilemmas experienced by teens themselves. The Diaries of Belinda and Alex with Carol Correa.
Hello and welcome to our very first program for Kardec Radio for Teens. We are very honored to be here to talk to you guys about important dilemmas of this period of our incarnation that involves so many beautiful, powerful, and life-changing transitions. We would like to especially share with you the diaries of Belinda and Alex. This is a book that was compiled by the Spiritist Federation of Espírito Santo, a state in the northeastern part of Brazil, and that was kindly organized by Dr. Andre Moreira, who gave us permission to share these accounts, the Spiritist accounts, for the first time in English for you guys, our audience. So welcome to our very new show. We are going to be broadcasting every Tuesday evening with programs specially designed to address the transitional periods that every teen undergoes. So today, specifically to kickstart our program, we will be sharing one portion of Belinda's beautiful diary. Belinda is a Brazilian young adult who grew up in what is called in Brazil the community, less privileged neighborhood in the state of Rio, and she fought really immensely hard to earn the right to attend a university in Brazil. So today, particularly for our first show, we'll be speaking of this particular transition. Again, what would this transition be? The transition between living with our parents and having a sense of home and the sweet place where we developed our values and spend all of our childhood and with which we associate all of our memories, and making that transition, which almost is like a rite of passage into adulthood. When we transition to college, right, friends, it seems as though everyone around us see us as an adult for the first time. Though we may feel like we are adults and we are maturing and becoming all the more responsible and all the more sure about who we are, society tends to see us more as adults once we enter into a university, right? So I would like to share with you today Belinda's experience as she prepared to take this big step and to undergo this big change in her life. I will share her own words with you in a moment, and then after we listen to Belinda's own voice, I would like to talk to you about what our beautiful Spiritist doctrine has to say regarding challenging transitions that we all undergo as we mature in our reincarnation, and as we go through many changes as we developed as people, as adults, as spirits in progress. So let us first now listen to Belinda's own voice, and then listen to what the illuminated spirits have to share with us. Okay, so here we go. Belinda is describing to us now her experiences in the summer of 2007. She says in her diary, "Oh my gosh, I can't sleep. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm pure anxiety. It's one doubt after another. It's the longest night of my 21 years. I can't believe it. It's 2:15 already. And I can see minute after minute coming back before me again and again and again. It's a total nightmare. I mean, this is the most defining moment of my life. I've fought to get here. I've done everything I can. This is my greatest chance. This is the biggest moment. I mean, this is it. I can't believe that I'm in the most defining moment of my life. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I look here underneath my bed and my sister's sleeping like an angel. Oh my God, how much I envy her. Oh gosh, I can't believe, dear diary, this is pure madness. I think I'm gonna go crazy. I've never felt so alone in my life, and the clock doesn't move. It's like it's stuck just like I am. It's 3:45 in the morning and I can't even breathe. I can't even move. What do I do to calm myself? You're my only friend. I don't know how to do. What to do. My friends and my family try to cheer me up, but it's difficult. Because this is it. This is the most difficult time of my life. I know I've done my part. You're right. I've done everything that I could do to get there, to actually enter into the university and be accepted into medical school. But oh my gosh, what now? This is like a living nightmare. What is going to be of me? What am I going to do? What will my future be like? Oh my gosh, I wish time went by faster. Why can't time move faster? My gosh. Wait. This seems to be the story of my life. Oh gosh, I'm completely awake. I can't sleep. Even my stomach hurts. This is too much. It's 4:28 now. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm not gonna make it. And no, it's 5:17 at the moment. Oh my gosh, I think I have to leave. I can't stand staying in the room anymore. Oh, and my mom is up. She says she wants to check out with me the results of the exam, the entrance exam, to see if I were accepted, but I don't know. I can't stand it. Oh my gosh. Oh, what am I to do? Oh, it's almost time. I think I'm just gonna tell my mom that I'll go by myself. Okay, I'm on my way, and oh my gosh, I made it. Oh, I'm so happy, dear diary. I made it into the medical school. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, me, Dr. Belinda? I know it's gonna be a long journey, but this is the biggest dream of my whole life. I know I can feel that this is what I was meant to do in this life. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally made it. And I know I wouldn't have had another chance because of my economical background, because I don't have the luxury of trying over and over again and applying for different universities. I don't have the luxury, and I'm so happy I made it. If it wasn't for this opportunity, I would have to say goodbye to my destiny. Oh my gosh. So I'm super happy. I cannot believe it. Yay, we made it. Hey, dear diary, I'll celebrate and I'll talk to you later. Bye. So see, dear friends, Belinda went through her whole 9 yards of emotional experiences in one night. At first she was anxious, then she was nervous, then she tried to calm herself down, then she was excited, then she was happy, then she was sad. Have you ever felt that way? It seems as though when life presents us with the biggest possible turning points that we experience, we feel kind of this intense pressure on the inside, and it seems like every little part of our hearts extends itself like an elastic and we don't know anymore which direction to go, right? Have you ever felt this way? It's sometimes so hard to make such an important decision, and when we do make the decision, sometimes we may question ourselves. Am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right direction? Is this truly what I want to do? Especially when we're selecting a university or thinking about applying towards a higher degree, getting an education. It is a very high pressure decision, right? I bet maybe some of you identify with that. I know that for myself, this was a very, very important turning point in my life. So I hope you identify with Belinda here and you see that her efforts definitely paid off. But more than having her efforts pay off, I would like to share with you now that you know a little bit of Belinda's story, I would like to share with you now what our illuminated spirits have to say about the nature of these important transitions in our lives. I'm going to take the passage that I will share with you from the Spirit's book, codified by Allan Kardec. I'll be referring now to question 259 under the heading Choice of Trials. Kardec asked the illuminated spirits, if the spirit chooses the kind of trials it will undergo, have we foreseen and chosen all the difficulties we experience in an earthly life? And let me go a little bit before that. Question 258 may help us understand Kardec's thinking even more. Kardec asks here under question 258, before incarnating, does a spirit foresee what will happen to it in its new life? What do you think, my dear friends? Yes? No? Maybe? Let me share with you what the illuminated spirits had to tell us. They said infectively, they said, yes, the spirit chooses the kind of trials it will undergo. So no doubt here, the illuminated spirits are actually telling us under the principles of the Spiritist doctrine, we learn that we as incarnate spirits, before we reincarnate, we choose some of the main challenges we will undergo. Now you may be asking yourself the very question that Kardec intelligently asked afterwards. He asked a follow-up question, which is the following. Question 259. If the spirit chooses the kind of trials it will undergo, have we, as reincarnating spirits, foreseen and chosen all the difficulties we experience in an earthly life? And the illuminated spirits interestingly say, no, this is not the case. We cannot choose and foresee all things that will absolutely happen to us in a particular lifetime in all their detail. Instead, what we can see is the main turning points which we experience, because we are free to choose the actions that we take, but we are aware of the, so to speak, ups and downs that we will meet in our lives. And we know the circumstances that will shape our lives the most. So before we experience a turning point, as Belinda experienced, according to the illuminated spirits, we have an understanding of these turning points beforehand, and we study them as we plan our reincarnatory plan with the help of our beloved mentors. And we learn from the Gospel according to Spiritism, specifically chapter 14, Honor Your Father and Mother, when the illuminated spirits are discussing family ties. They explain to us that we often choose the families and the conditions upon which we reincarnate as well. Isn't that interesting, my dear friends? I sometimes have already listened to people saying, there's only one life to live. I haven't, I can't control it very much because I didn't choose to have the parents that I do. I didn't choose to be born in this home. This situation isn't really not up to me. I didn't ask for this. Have you ever heard people mention that? I don't really have to understand or accept anything because I didn't ask for this. Come on. And dear friends, that our Spiritist philosophy, as codified by Allan Kardec, presents exactly the opposite of that. Kardec actually explains to us through the illuminated spirits that often we do choose the circumstances upon which we are born, and we do have some extent of freedom in choosing the family that we are a part of, and in choosing the trials or challenging experiences or turning points that define our lives. So when Belinda here says, quote, "This is my destiny," from a spiritist standpoint, this may very well be an intuition that she carries of her reincarnatory plan. In other words, of the plans that she has made, inspired by her dear mentors before she was even born in her new body, in her new life, in her new circumstances. Isn't it interesting, dear friends? So next time we go through a turning point, we can now meditate upon this consoling reality that we ourselves may have meditated upon and selected this turning point for ourselves as a learning experience. But then you may say, oh my gosh, I'm tired of this expiation and trial talk. I don't want any more trials. Why can't we be happy? And you're right, actually, we can be happy. And this is what the spirits propose. They propose that the trials are not punishments to us. They are, in fact, experiences, what we call expiations, are but a set of experiences that we are invited, and sometimes, often, like Kardec has explained, even choose to undergo, because those are the set of circumstances that we believe we need to learn new experiences and to be able to expand our set of existing tools. So, for example, if we already consider ourselves a very loving and kind person, but if we need to practice, if we're a little bit short on patience, we may ask our guiding, loving mentors to provide us with opportunities that help us to cultivate patience. Did you ever think about that? That our very own trials or expiations, which we can now consider calling learning experiences, are often the result of our very own requests? That's something for us to meditate upon, right, dear friends? So I look forward to meeting with you guys once again next week for a brand new discussion. Next week we will be discussing issues of adoption. Have you ever thought about what is the spiritual take on families who beautifully and lovingly adopt another child or adopt a child of another person as their own to love and to hold. What a beautiful act, right? Did you ever think about what the spiritual ties between the child and the parents might be? These are some of the $1 million questions that we will attempt to discuss with you in next week, in the weeks to come. Okay? Thank you guys, and we'll see you again next time for another dilemma in light of Spiritism through the experiences of Belinda. We can't wait. See you then. Bye.
This has been Kardec Radio for Teens. Thank you all for listening.